welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. So in this session, it's the second video wherein I'm picking up random questions and trying to solve that particular question using UiPath. Now, today's session focuses on our UiPath forum, wherein our fellow user having a difficulty to perform certain string manipulations. Now, I'll be making a entire video and explaining how we can achieve that. There are a couple of solutions that is being provided by our fellow uh, people from forum, and actually that they're gonna work. I'm sure of it because I have used such kind of solution. But what I'm going to do right now is that it's a bit different. I don't think this solution has been provided in the forum. I might be wrong. I just searched yesterday, also today. I couldn't find it. So based on that search aspect of it, I'm saying that this solution is never been brought. So I thought let me try this out and let me give this solution to the uh, my fellow subscribers so that you get to learn as well. This I think I have recently discovered it. Even I was actually exploring all these things, and that time I got to know how to uh, uh, perform string manipulation without using regex. We all use regex day to day basis. It's actually widely used concept, and if you are expert in regex, it means like you're master in UiPath, right? But I have been exploring other aspect of regex as well because in I'm just deviating a bit over here. So platforms like Power Automate, they don't provide you a free option of performing regex data manipulations. You would have to find you. I mean, at the if you don't have licenses, you have to find the solution the other way around. So yeah, work around. So I have discovered this solution using Power Automate at first, but then I slowly applied that to UiPath and it worked well. So I think this kind of just that the syntax are different. There will be a syntax difference, obviously, but the core concept or heart of it has remains the same throughout in any platform you use. So I'm gonna share that here with you so that you can also use it and apply it in your projects as well. And yeah, you also try to learn. I mean, let's try learn something new every day, right? So okay, let me explain what is the problem statement. Problem statement is that they have in the forum they have given one simple text which contains multiple white spaces inside it. We just have to replace it with the star in it. Now this is a classic example. I mean, a classic solution would be regex option, which we already know how to do it. If you don't know, just search in the forum. You will actually find that particular question. This one, just if I could show you, this is the question. Just open this question, and you should be able to find regex solution by our fellow uh, UiPath developers. Okay. Now I won't focus on that because you already have it, and most of you, 99% of you, should know about regex. If you don't know regex, just comment in this particular video saying that you don't know regex and you want to learn about it. I'll make a separate video of it and explain to you how to work on regex. And I have a simple technique that I use for regex because it's difficult. To remember everything. That's why I just use simple techniques that I can share it with you. If you just comment it out, I'll just write it down. Okay. Or I'll just make a video of it. Now back to the our agenda of this particular session. Like I mentioned, we are going to remove the white spaces and we're going to change it with the star. Now I'm gonna just make it a little bit tricky over here and convert this problem statement into a bit more real-time scenario. So you all deal with the applications like downloading the data from certain portals, so and so. could be Oracle, could be any other flow, and you store it in some TXT file. That is in most of the RPA development aspect of it using UiPath or many other automation tool also, you would have came across this kind of scenario. However, after downloading, sometimes what you may end up having the data in the TXT file in a uneven formatted spaces. I mean, you may end up seeing spaces in uneven manner. That is, maybe in first row, between two columns, you may see two spaces. Between second and third column, you may see three spaces, but it doesn't repeat in the same way in the next part of the rows as well. So it's called uneven white spacing in your text file. Now, how to deal with this such kind of scenario? It's going to be very hectic, right? To deal with that, I have very simple one line code for you to convert all these white spaces, uneven white spaces, into something else. So the entire agenda of this session, that or the problem statement of the session is, we will have a text file. I'm going to show you in the screen. I have text file. You see here, this is an uneven uh, spacings are here. I need to read this data. I need to save this data into an Excel file with the proper column, with the proper columns, and it should not contain any extra spaces in within it. Okay, so that's my problem statement. Now, to deal with that, you have to start. I mean, for now I'm going to use the UiPath. Later stages, I will make a series of videos on all the tools that I am aware about, that is Power Automate, VBA, and then PowerShell script. So all these three platforms, I'll make a series of series videos, and I'll share the videos with you as well, so that you are aware about how different platform or different tools performs these kind of manipulation activity in a different ways. Okay. Now let's focus on UiPath for now. Coming to UiPath, open your studio and let me just take a 30 minutes here before I jump into our interesting topic today. Is that so? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go do that. It helps me a lot. And while you are at it, make sure you like, subscribe, and do comment if you need any. If you're facing any issues or something, do comment. I'll try my best to help you out. Only agenda of having you to do this is that it reaches maximum people. It won't take much time from your end. It hardly a second or something, and by doing this, it actually motivates me, plus it reaches maximum people and helps them as well, and it won't get disappeared in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so having said that, and I'm hoping that you have subscribed already, and let's quickly jump into our UiPath. Okay, so in our UiPath, I have opened the UiPath Studio. Okay, so again, this is my data, right? I have a data and I have stored it in my uh, directory where it is named as. So first, we need to take a sequence. Let's take a sequence, and then let's do, since we have the data in text file, we need to uh, read the data, sample data. The sample data is nothing but this is my sample data, right? Now I have read it. Let me store this in input text data. Okay, this is my variable of this. Now let's take assign activity. Okay, inside assign, let's create one called all lines. I'll explain why I'm doing this, but let me create all lines. Okay, and let's open this expression editor. Let me zoom in a bit. Now we have input text data. Okay. Now I'll explain why I have used all lines. Let me go back to our notepad now. In the data that you see here is in the format of, obviously, text format, right? But here you see row. This is row 1. This is row 2. This is row 3. This is row 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. But when bot has read uh, the data, it was in the format of read text file and it saved the data in string format. Just to show you, the output of this would be in a string format. We can show it here as well. It's a string format, right? But we- it it doesn't know that the whatever the data that it has stored is basically row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. We need to make it understand that, hey, whatever you're reading is actually row basis, not entire thing is one string for you. Okay, you should divide it. Now, to make it understand that they are row basis, I need to do some steps over here that I'll do it right now. So input text data dot, okay, split. Why I have used split? Let me go back to the document, sorry, the notepad. So in our coding language, whenever we talk about the row one, two, three, four, it means that first, second, third, fourth rows. It always end up meaning is that it's basically you're dealing with one after the other in um, from top to down, right? And how do you represent that in the coding manner? It's a new line activity. So whenever you perform some coding language has system dot new line and so on and so forth. But in UiPath you have for environment. Oh, sorry, not double quote. Environment dot new line is in UiPath you use to differentiate between row 1 and 2, which is in the Excel file. Now I have what I'm currently doing is that I'm trying to split them as row basis and store them in an array. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me go back to our code. But here is one catch. Now I have splitted it, but I'm still not done with it, right? If you see, I'll just close this. Let me also remove it just for your sake. I'll just remove the comma, then just change this into array of strings. Sorry, my bad. Okay. It still has an error in it, right? Now, how do I deal with this issue? So it's very simple. Now, what I need to do is comma. Okay. I need to write string split option dot remove empty entries. Once I do that, you see, do you see any error? No, not at all, right? So now we are done with splitting the data as per the line format. Basically meaning row basis we have split it. Now you may wonder why I have used split sorry, remove empty entries. Why I have used this? Maybe I can explain it to you in the end of it. I'll give you an example. We have two options. One is the just the this one that you're currently seeing, and there is also one option is available called split option dot none. Both I'll maybe create one XAML file. At the end, I'll explain you how they work. But this is the idea of this particular function is that what it does is it will remove if there is any blank uh, I, item or element is there. I'll explain you what it is exactly, right? Okay. But for now, let's to keep up the momentum as is. I'm just gonna stop the explanation of this right here, so that we can catch up with the entire flow of this, and then I'll get back to this once the explanation on this is get completed. Okay. Now we are done. I have converted all the first. I have converted all the strings into row basis. That means now I have an array, zeroth element. This is first, this is second, third, fourth, so and so forth. Okay. Now, The next option is for each. Okay. In here, all. Okay. Renew. No. In here, I need to mention all lines. Let's take a assign. Okay. So in the assign, open the expression window editor. Now I'll create one column, one variable called uh, temp row. Okay. And that would be a string type. Now let me do one thing. Whatever we have earlier done, same thing we need to do again. But now we need to replace white spaces. Okay. Now to do that, same thing. Instead of input data over there that earlier we have used, here I'm going to use current text dot split. Okay. Now white space is what I need. This is character. Next is our optional string option. String split option dot remove empty. Okay. Now, if you see, there is earlier when we completed this step, the error went away because the right hand side we had a array of string. Now this also returns array of string. We need to convert this into a string because whatever we have right now is the what do we say? Uh, String type. Okay. Now, why we are doing this? Let me go back. Now, forget about all these things. Focus on the first row. What I have done, I have splitted the data of white space. Now, what happens? This is zeroth, first, second, third, fourth. But if I did not keep this kind of options, split option, I would have not got fourth element. Instead, I would have got many elements, right? That is the main agenda of having this remove empty entries first. Now I have it in an array, but whatever the end result, I want it in a string, right? Now, how do I do that? Also, my end result should be placed inside an Excel, and I don't want to use repeated for each back to back. So all these things can be answered in one solution, which you may have seen in my previous video also. I talked about these kind of options or functions that is available in UiPath, which is called join. Now, how to do that is string dot join. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do, I have uh, completely eradicated the spaces, right? White spaces. But now I need to, sorry, what did I do? Yeah. But now what I have to do is that before even I dump the data into Excel file, I need to make sure that this is zero, this is first, this is the column basis, right? So now I don't have, I mean, after I remove the empty spaces, now I have it in an array, and when I try to join them, everything will concatenate with each other. I don't want to have it in that manner. So I'm just gonna give it a start. Okay, and then I have just placed it this way. So what is going to happen? Each and every element of my array gets joined with star. So now what's going to happen? I'll give you a answer. I'll just take out first row. Okay. Now this let's check. Okay, let me copy this. Control H, paste with star. Okay, replace all. Yeah, just now. Um, Instead of this, you will only see one star, not multiple stars. Okay, so this is what the end result looks like from this part of it. Done. So we have achieved this until this part. Now that means all the records of the sample data will be converted into this format. Okay, one hurdle is completed, but still I need to update this into an Excel file. But again, it's going to be updated now. If I just perform a write range or anything, it just enters into one column. I don't want to make it happen in that way. I need to have it in a separate columns. First, let's declare our table. So data table, or let's build our data table. We never built our data table at all. So let's build our data table. So data table, let's have a column name. What was it? Say it's ID, right? So let's mention that ID, and this is number. Okay. Next is name, string. Okay. Next is what we have in the data, currency. Okay. Okay. Currency, string, fine. Next would be our amount 1 and amount 2. Okay. Amount 1 and amount 2. Now I have data table. Let's give a data table name. DT records. I have the data table created. Now we have created our, I will go back to our for each. We have created our assign activity, which contains one row now. Instead of spaces, it will have it will replace all the spaces and it will just keep one aspect. Now let's do one more assign. After this, let's create a column. Okay. Now column or columns. Again, this is array of string. Now let's do split in here. Temp_row.split star C. Okay. Wait a second. I'll tell you one thing why this extra step I have done. This I have done just to for the sake of the forum that was created, right? For that particular uh, question which is mentioned in the forum, for that one, this has been created. Now if you are fully focusing on this particular solution, you don't need this. Instead of having them splitted, I mean joining them with the star, you could just use this part of it. That means this thing is there, no? Just use this. I'll just show you this thing. Instead of temp thing, you could just use this. You don't see any error, right? So you could just use that and it should work fine. You don't have to do multiple assignment and create variables. Okay, this is just for the sake of the forum, the solution for the person who or whoever is looking for such kind of solution. This is how you're gonna deal with it. Okay. Now coming back to our use cases, I have splitted it. Now add data row. Oh, my bad. Bear with me. I have some problem with the mouse. Okay, now I'll have to present the data of column 0. This is my array for your information. What is happening? And this is 1. Let me do one thing. Zoom in, copy. So actually, I'll copy this. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is 2. And this 3, 4, one more, 5, and flower bracket. Okay. Uh, Done. So okay, if I do this, so zeroth element ID, name, if I'm not, this is currency, and wait, how many we have? ID, name, currency, and this is amount one and amount two. ID, name, currency, amount one and amount two. We don't need this one. My bad. Like one extra I have added. Done. And data table, sorry, not here. The next one, DT, records, still. Now we are done. We have added everything in the data table and it's ready. Next, right range workbench. Now you see workbook. Let's create the final dot xlsx. Sheet name is sheet one. Data table is DT records and add headers. True. Done. We are done. So let's run and see if this is working fine or failing anywhere. It's very fast. Okay, let's see. This is how you get it. See, we have the data in here and it got converted into in this way, which is what we needed, right? So to conclude, this case scenario is that when you can actually indeed convert your text data into data table, right? Also, if even if you have uneven spaces in between the text data, that is okay. You have one way. One workaround is obvious, the regex. But if you are dealing with other tools, they may have a limited offers. Like they won't provide you if you don't purchase the premium licenses, you won't be able to use regex in them. For instance, Power Automate. So for those kind of platform, this is the option you could use to overcome or work as a workaround. Okay. Now, what I have done, I have read the text file, converted the data. I mean, I have created one sample data table which should contain these data. Now, I have first and foremost thing I have done is the uh, splitting the data into a line basis and storing that in an array. And I loop through each array, and then I have split them again with the white line, and I have passed the splitted data into a array. Added into an data table uh, by passing as a array of row. And then finally, I just did a right range of it. Okay. And again, I'll go back here. This assignment is not necessary for you if you're dealing with such kind of requirement. But this is only specific to those people who actually want to merge the string data merge the splitted data into a string or convert into a string and join them or merge them on a specific keyword or a special character. For them, that this is the logic that they can use. Now, like I mentioned or like I promised, I'll go and explain you the logic behind this one. Right? Let me do that for you here. So let's do comment these things. Okay. Now I'll show you an example. Mm, right. So let's do one thing. Instead of splitting them in a line, okay, let me take a copy and move this into here, and I'll take a copy and paste it over here. Okay. So I'll tell you what I was trying to do. Let this be as is. Let's take this one and paste it over here. Okay. Now, in here, if I don't keep dot remove entries, okay, if I just do dot none, I'll show you what is going to happen. Okay. Okay, I have just kept the none and I've removed whatever the option that we had. Let me delete this and let's do right line. Tempro. Okay. Right. Okay. So let us do one more thing. Let's delete this off. Okay. And change this tempro to what was that? We had a call. Okay. Right. So call. Oops. Calls. Right. Now for each again. Okay. Move this here. Calls. And then okay. One. And then I will just type this here. Right. So just to avoid the confusion over here, because this also has current text and this, if this also contains current text, we may get confused. So I just want to avoid that. Now let me just run this entire thing, okay, for option as none. Now you see here, let me enlarge this. The data that we had is 101 white spaces, multiple white spaces, and multiple white spaces in the sense you see we had two white spaces, Amazon, lot of white spaces, USD, lot of white spaces, again the number, spaces, so on and so forth. You see, lot of empty spaces or empty lines that you could see, right? So that is why having an option of remove empty entries would greatly benefit us in this kind of scenario. Now let's see what's going to happen now. Now see, where is our empty spaces that you were seeing earlier? You could never see here at all. So this is the great benefit of having a remove empty entries as a split option. Otherwise, in a traditional manner, what you used to do is that if people who doesn't know these kind of hacks in UiPath, what they would do is basically they would use a for each loop, and if check if current text is equal to or is empty of current text or current text equal to empty or nothing, then if yes, then assign a variable. Sorry, if yes, then ignore it. If no, then assign a variable. It's a same thing, but you're doing in a the code, the length of the code will increase over there. So this is the main reason you need to be aware about all these things that is available, readily available in UiPath, and you could just use the UiPath to, use these things to simplify your coding. I hope this has helped you understand how you can perform string manipulation without using regex. Okay. I'm always a fan of regex. Just just to let you know, it's just that sometimes when we work on multiple tools, there we won't get the regex readily available, right? Not readily available, but we need to opt licenses and everything. So we need to know these kind of tricks and hacks on how to manage these things. That way, we can provide better solution to the organization. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope this content was useful. And for more content like this, please do subscribe, like, and share. And that's it for today. Have a great day. See you in another video. Yep.